Hello again to another Build the Back to the Future DeLorean. This is issue number 65, and in this episode we are actually going to be building the tray for the spare tire and luggage compartment. So this is mostly plastic, but of course it does fit into the upper body frame, so at some point we've got to bring that in. And I have the Mike Lane Mods bonnet and trunk carpet kit with the tools. All of that goes together to give a support for the carpet lid, and I'll show you that when we get to it. So that is the compartment there. That whole basin is going to get installed. Obviously spare tire would go here. There's a strap that goes across, and your fuel fill and things. The first run of DeLoreans, you did actually have to open the hood, trunk, whatever you want to call it, to fill it up with gas. The later ones, they added a little flip panel in the same area. So we have BP, DP, and GP screws, and we also have DM screws and a lot of plastic pieces. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the basin and these couple of rail pieces, and these are going to go together with BP screws. So these, if I can figure out how they go. Alright, once again, the pins on the bottoms of these are not the same between the two pieces, and it's only going to be possible to put them on one way, which is nice. So each of these rails gets 3 BP screws. So that is one rail installed along here. I'm going to do the other one as well. Okay, so there is the bathtub, so to speak, with the 2 rails on it. Next up, we are going to put a little cover for the latch mechanism right up in the front. I think it's actually the bit it's going to latch into. So this is just a real simple piece of plastic with a notch in it, and that little latch on the hood should clip into this. This goes with a notch up. There's a pinhole and 2 screw holes. And this is also secured with GP screws. So that is the latch block mechanism there. You know, black on black, tough to see. We also have a, they call it a tub, tank. They call it a tank. This would be your fluid reservoirs or something. And this goes underneath all the fills. Again, fills are right up here. Trying to figure out how to put this in without breaking it. They definitely show it going in from the front, but that seems difficult to do. Yeah, it definitely fits better in just slid in from the bottom. I don't know why they show it as though you're putting it in from the front. Yeah, you definitely want to put it in upside down, ignore the picture. This is going to be held in with 2 more GP screws. Alright, so that is the tank installed up here, and yes, you can see through it a little bit because of those gaps that don't quite fill. So we may adjust that. It might look fine once it's sitting in the car because, of course, it's blacked out around it on the car. Might be okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this little strap and buckle here, and they want me to pre-fit part of it This is basically a belt buckle. Something like that. So this is looped through. That will hold the wheel in place, the spare tire in place when it exists. This is going to be screwed into the bottom with this little bracket on the back end. It has one pin and one screw hole. Now, this is held in with a GP screw, and I just had to go raid my screw bin because they shorted maybe one or two, I guess, since I also don't have a spare, since I'm using up a spare. Yeah, so everything about this piece was a little weird. The picture shows an orientation one way with the bracket versus the buckle, and having put it together now, I definitely think it was meant to go the other way, so I've reversed it. Yeah, because the screw was bottoming out and pushing the piece up was the whole thing. So this is the whole basin put together, complete with strap. Next, we got to bring in the car body so that we can actually install this. And I just almost dislodged my rearview mirror again. That keeps popping out. Don't touch the mirror. That's the real answer. So this goes in. I'm going to spin this all the way around. So this goes in up front, of course. Oh, again, probably goes in from the underside. Yeah, so it goes like that. And that is going to be held in with the metal screws for the week, the DM screws. There we go, that's correct place. Okay, so now we have the luggage compartment in here. Now we still have these guys. These need to get connected. There's points on the inside. They screw through from the outside. It's going to be hard to see that, but they fit over and into a hole. And then they're going to be screwed through from the other side. These are going to be attached with DP screws, which are more panhead screws, but this time with a plastic cut. Okay, so now that those are in place, we've actually got the risers and supports for the compartment. And it still doesn't latch closed very well because I haven't gotten the shape of this hood quite right yet. But yeah, go something like that. I've been bending the hood slowly. I don't want to break anything, but it's a matter of getting the shape right so this side stays down. Kind of hoped that this latch would take care of it, but obviously not. So a little more work to do. But we're not done. That's it for the build this week. However, as I said, I have the Mike Lane Mods bonnet and trunk carpet which comes with a pad that goes around the tire and holds some tools, the carpet that covers everything, and a nice set of die-cast tools as well, actually. So the idea is, if you have a spare tire in here, when you put this carpet in, like the real car would have come with covering it, it doesn't sit right. It's all lopsided and it's not correct. However, tire goes through the middle of that. This brings it all up flush. Now you have a nice flat surface in here that this carpet sits on, and your luggage goes on top of the carpet, just like probably in your average car. Certainly in mine, every car I've owned, the tire is underneath some kind of cover in the compartment. Yeah, some vehicles put them on the back or underneath, but in a lot, if your spare tire is in your luggage compartment, you've got some kind of well and a cover, and then your carpeting goes over top of it. So that's what this all does, and it looks pretty nice. And I'm going to take a moment to put all the spare tools in. We'll show those off. The pliers are actually working pliers. I was trying to figure out why they didn't fit the cutout. Now, I don't know how accurate any of this toolkit is to a DeLorean, whether they came with this. It seems very strange to me that it would come with both a ball peen hammer and a claw hammer. The other things I can sort of see, though the pipe wrench again, maybe. Maybe this is Doc Brown's tools. I don't remember ever seeing them in the movie. I'm just not sure. So then this, once again, fits back in. So we have that lovely well in there. And then we can take the carpeting, slide it on over, and we have a nice clean luggage compartment complete with space for spare tire and your repair tools, your emergency tools. That's it for the build this week and for the mod. If you like what you see, please subscribe. You can do that by clicking on the cat. You can click on that bell to get notifications when new episodes come out. We've got DeLoreans on Saturdays and Ecto ones on Wednesdays, and you can check out those playlists for any episodes you might have missed. Have a good one, guys.